Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Boom Broadcasting presents Three from Deep. I'm your host, Jason Colenso. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday, y'all. It's crazy. It's Monday already. I think the older you get, the faster the weekends go by. I don't know how to explain it. Just 1 second ago, it was Friday evening, and now here we are, Monday again. So, thank you guys for joining me here on this Monday. I appreciate you being here. Guys, if you haven't jumped on Boom Broadcasting yet on their YouTube channel, please jump on there, like and subscribe. I appreciate the love and support you guys are showing me. But let's show some love. Let's show some support to the whole channel itself. We got a lot of great content providers on here bringing you some unbelievable stuff. Go out there and show some support. Check out their shows, doing some big things out there. So I appreciate you guys. Don't be afraid to drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So everybody that's watching, just put something on there for me because I want to hear that you're watching, and let me know what I can do. Let me know some ideas that you have. I love hearing from everybody, and I love hearing some feedback. So don't be afraid to give it to me. We're gonna jump in today's show. The MVP battle, man, between Joker and SGA is heating up. Has some unbelievable stuff going on over the weekend. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Trouble in LA? Question mark. LeBron James hurt? Can Luka right the ship? Is he ready for that in LA? We're going to ponder that here a little bit. We also got some other injuries. Got the injured Rockets out there. That young team cannot afford to be dropping players. They got some injuries to talk about here. We'll do my top five. Today I'm feeling a little villainish. I like my top five villains out there. So we're going to discuss that here in a little bit. And then we'll do my quick layup line at the end of the show. So sit back, relax. You guys got me for a little bit. Your boy NY. Salute. I got my coffee here on a Monday because I got to wake up a little bit here. It has been a fast weekend. I don't feel as recharged as I normally do. So I'm going to work on that here and make sure that I'm giving you guys my 110% at all times. So first things first, Sunday, we had that matchup between Joker and SGA. This seems to be the two-headed race right now for MVP. Both kind of neck and neck. Friday night, Joker said, okay, SGA, you're doing your thing. I'm going to do my thing. Had the NBA's first 30-20-20 triple-double, 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 22 assists for a big man, the dad bod god. That is insane. I don't even know what to say about that. To see the numbers he's putting up right now is historic. He is, I would have to say, he is the best player in the world right now. Nikola Jokic. Guys, argue with me. I know SGA. I know LeBron, Jason Tatum. I mean, you could throw a bunch of different guys out there. Giannis Antetokounmpo. But right now, Nikola Jokic is playing out of his mind. But is he the MVP this year? Well, Sunday, SGA won the first battle between the two. He's whatever you could do, I can do better kind of deal. So the Thunder did win on Sunday, 127-103. Joker had 24 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 assist away from a triple-double. SGA, 40 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he bested Mr. Joker. Guys, these two players are some of the best in the league. You sit there and watch them, the way they play, their teams, the way they interact. It is they are both MVPs of their teams. But right now, I think SGA is a little bit in the lead. Right now, he's got 32 points a game, averaging 32.8 points a game, 5.1 rebounds a game, and 6.2 assists a game, which is phenomenal. Thunder 53-10 right now in first place. And I think that's why just the notch goes to SGA as far as MVP for the year. But man, Joker averaging 28.9, 12.9, and 10.6 assists. A big man. The dad bod god. Joker, 28.9, 12.9, and 10.6 assists, averaging a triple-double. Historic numbers from the Joker. Look, Nuggets are in third place. Lakers may be sliding back. We'll talk about that here in a second. So Nuggets may slide back up into that second spot. So this battle is going to come down to the very last day of this season. But they do play again tonight. So can Nikola Jokic drop a 30-point triple-double tonight and take the lead from SGA and get a win for those Denver Nuggets? So they play again tonight at 8 p.m., guys. It is some fantastic basketball to watch those two guys play. Two completely different styles of game, but man, best in the world. But I have to say right now, to me, SGA has the lead as far as MVP. But Joker, he's right on your tail. So this is going to be a fun battle. This is probably going to be one of the best MVP races we've had in the past 20 years, guys. It is unbelievable. Drop me a line. Drop me a comment. I want to know who you think right now is the MVP. Do you think it's SGA? Do you think it's Joker? Do you think it's somebody else? So I'd like to hear from you. But man, what a battle. Joker, SGA. It's not over yet. Play again tonight. Cannot wait. Let's go. So coming out of Saturday evening, and I don't know, I may have to ask Charles Barkley if I'm allowed to talk about the Lakers, because I know Mr. Barkley had a little bit of a kind of a meltdown on TNT the other night, complaining about how the other network likes to only talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. So I don't know if talking about the Lakers right now is appropriate. Maybe I have to put the Cleveland Cavaliers in there. But we're going to talk about the Lakers anyways. Charles, I'm sorry. I think you guys are a lot of fun, and I can't wait till that crew gets over to the ESPN side. I think there's going to be a lot of fun. But, guys, the Lakers sell. I understand your point, Charles, but we got to talk about the Lakers right now. So Saturday night, the smoking hot Lakers visited the defending champs, and the defending champs proved why they were the defending champs. Boston Celtics winning 111-101. Tatum, who should be in the MVP conversation, who I don't think gets enough love. I've talked about this before. I don't know why he is one of the most underrated superstars we have in basketball right now. I don't know if it's because he plays on the Celtics. He's not a flashy, boisterous kind of player. He doesn't have a lot of drama that follows him. I don't know. I still haven't been able to put my finger on why he's not in these big conversations of the best players in the world. I don't get it. But he drops 40, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, almost had a 40-point triple-double. So unbelievable game. Jaylen Brown added 31. MVP of that game was Al Horford and some of his play and some of the moves he made. Defense, holding off the Lakers. The Lakers were down. They started coming back, chipped it away, but Celtics ended up pulling away. Look, Luka had a great game, 34, 8 rebounds. His first time in Boston since last year's finals, so stirring up some old memories. So for him to perform that well was great. But right now, the biggest story coming at was 6 minutes ago in the fourth quarter, LeBron James leaves with a groin injury. Is expected to miss a couple of weeks at least. that is a huge hit for the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka and LeBron, them two together, the Lakers had a shot. Second place right now in the West, actually kind of tied with the Nuggets. But Lakers ahead just as far as winning percentage. So made their way up to that second spot with Luka and LeBron playing unbelievable basketball together. Re-energized Mr. LeBron James, the 40-year-old superstar. So what are the Lakers going to do now? Who is going to be able to step up and fill LeBron's shoes? Can Luka, being this new on that team, can he perform well enough to keep the Lakers relevant until LeBron gets back? This is going to be tough. This is where all the questions about Luka Doncic are going to show what he's truly made of. I think this is going to be big for him. It's not about points. It's not just about scoring. It's about getting some of those other role players involved to be able to pick up and be able to show up without LeBron James being there. So will Luka be able to get those guys like Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, some of the other role players that team has? Will Luka be able to take those guys and get every ounce of what they got out of them to make sure that they start winning games and keep winning games so they don't fall back and limp into the playoffs? You don't want to limp into the playoffs. LeBron James being 40 years old, look, I know he takes care of his body, but these injuries take a little bit to bounce back from, and especially a lower body injury. You see what it's done for Anthony Davis. He still hasn't made his return in Dallas yet with his lower body injury. We have another one I'll talk about here with the Rockets and Amen Thompson. But this hurts the Lakers, guys. I think this is going to be big. No LeBron, only Luka. I think that's going to take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Los Angeles Lakers. They fall back into that maybe third or fourth spot, kind of eat their way into the playoffs. LeBron James now has this in his mind where I was hurt coming off this injury. Is it going to be a lingering injury? Will he be able to kind of really get over it and get ready for the playoffs? I don't know. Now we're going to see what Luka can do on this team. This is why they traded for him. They wanted him to have the team after LeBron left. And here's your tryouts now that LeBron's not there. So, guys, that's huge news. LeBron, 25 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. I had him up there in third place for MVP consideration at 40 years old. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do to fill that void. It's going to be interesting to see. I think this is really going to show what Luka is made out of, and can he keep those Lakers rolling? And then also, I hate talking about injuries, but man, coming out of this weekend, we had a bunch of them. And then also the Rockets, very young team. Rockets, fifth in the West, still playing good basketball. Man, they can score some points. Sagun, Dylan Brooks, all those guys, Amen Thompson. But Saturday in a blowout win against the Pels, 146-117. I mean, they almost scored 150 points. I mean, that's crazy. That's today's NBA. 150 points is like, to me, that's insane. But Amen leaves in the fourth quarter with a lower body injury. Haven't seen how long this is going to be, but probably a week to 2 weeks. So this is that time of year where if you got guys that are injured, You got to hold them back. You can't rush them back. You want to make sure they're good for the playoffs, especially a young Rockets team. So on top of that, you had rookie Reed Sheppard. He's out 4 weeks with a fractured thumb. Um, so injuries starting to kind of shape the landscape here coming into the playoffs and kind of getting ready in this next month and a half, 2 months as teams start getting ready and the season starts winding down. This is when I talked about before. Do you start limiting these guys' minutes? Some of those older players, do you watch putting them in some of these games, especially some of these blowout games? Why do you even have your superstars in there if you're winning or if you're losing? If you're losing and you're down double digits, you got to start backing these guys off because these injuries could kill you for the playoffs. You know, as a New York Knicks fan, being down Jalen Brunson with that sprained ankle, that has hurt the New York Knicks, lost to the Clippers the other night too. So Karl Anthony Towns, where are you at? This is where those other role players need to step up. But teams need to watch it right now because the injury bug is biting. And this is not the time of year you want to go through that, limping into the playoffs and not having your full complement of your team. So concerned about the Rockets, especially being a younger team, being out with some players, how that's going to affect them. So big things going on in the NBA right now, guys. Big things going on. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens the next couple of weeks here. But we're going to take a time out here. I need a little sip of coffee here. I got to wake up a little bit. I got thinking today because, there's a lot of villains in the NBA, and you get guys like LeBron James is made out to be a bad guy. Jason Tatum, I think, is made out to be a bad guy. You had a lot of guys throughout the NBA. The Bad Boy Pistons, I think just about every one of those guys on there. But you had a lot of those guys were kind of made to be villains. You had the good guys and the bad guys. Those Lakers versus Celtics. The Lakers were, Hollywood and, the good guys. And then you had the evil team from the East, the Boston Celtics, come in. So that had me thinking. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I got my Death Star on here right now. But I was thinking, I was like, okay, what are my top 5 villains of all time? And got me thinking here a little bit. So I'm going to give you my top 5 real quick villains of all time. Number 5, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. Serial killer, cannibal, psycho, smart. Probably one of the weirdest, creepiest movies you'll ever see, Silence of the Lambs. But definitely made you feel really weird and scared that there's people like that out there, man. So that was definitely, he is up there. He's one of the more iconic roles that have been played. So Dr. Hannibal Lecter, definitely up there as far as a villain. Number 4, I got to bring in the Superman Lex Luthor. Definitely one of the top villains of all time. My number 4, Superman needs that arch nemesis, and Lex Luthor was always there, always trying to be world dominant, take over the world, just like every leader ever, especially some of the ones we have today, have that kind of Lex Luthor vibe in them. So that's my number 4. Number 3, he who not be named, Lord Voldemort. I do like some Harry Potter. And of course, Lord Voldemort, one of the most iconic villains of all time. Number 2, probably one of my favorite, and Jack Nicholson, one of my favorite performances, the Joker. One of the biggest villains in history. Batman, of course. You got to have the other side of the coin, who is the Joker. But that Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker was iconic. I still think he is one of my favorites. Heath Ledger as a Joker, Academy Award winning. May he rest in peace. So there has been a lot of Jokers played, but the persona of the character lives on. So number two. And my number one, being a Star Wars fan, is definitely Darth Vader. I think he is probably the most iconic villain of all time, especially in movies. Just the mask, just breathing, just his breath with the. I mean, just when you hear that, that is so. That's how iconic he is. Just him breathing, you know who it is, and you know what you're in store for. So trying to take over the universe, not just taking over the world, you're taking over the universe, and that puts you up there in the villainy. Even though towards the end he kind of had a little redemption song, in Return of the Jedi, but a villain nonetheless, iconic nonetheless. My number one. So Dr. Hannibal Lecter, Lex Luthor, Voldemort, the Joker, and Darth Vader. My top 5 villains of all time. Guys, who do you got? Drop me a line. Let me know. Who's your top 5? There's a lot of great performances, a lot of great villains out there. A lot of great stories. So hit me up. But let's jump back into the NBA action here. Let's do our little layup line, our little quick stories. My New York Knicks, I got to throw them in here real quick. Looks like we plan on signing PJ Tucker to a 10-day contract, kind of give them some depth. Tucker, 39 years old, but crafty veteran, been in the league, been on some good teams before. So I think he can help in certain situations. So welcome to the New York Knicks, Mr. Tucker. So it'd be nice to get him. Hopefully, guys, Karl-Anthony Towns, I'm waiting for you, man. You're the guy we need as far as the Knicks. You're the new leader of that team. We need you here. Let's not come out of this road trip, this West road trip 0 for 5, please. That's not good. Then the Miami Heat, man, the Miami Heat have had a heck of a season right now. Bam Adebayo. Let's see. Friday night's loss to the T-Wolves, 106-104. Bam Adebayo had a little tete-a-tete, little run-in with one of the referees and was fined $50,000 for contact and foul language towards the referee. 50 grand, of course, for an NBA player. Doesn't seem like a lot of money, but I'm sorry. To me, that's a lot of money. That's like, for us, common folk, that's like life-changing money, $50,000. But man, the Heat can't catch a break right now. Bam, fine 50 large. Another loss. I hate seeing that from the Heat. I hope they can right the ship, maybe do some moves in the offseason, get themselves another superstar. Kevin Durant's gonna be floating around out there. Maybe they can kind of throw their hook in the water and try to get him to pair with Tyler Hero and Bam. So it'd be interesting to see what the Heat do after this year, because it has been a rough year for the Miami Heat right now. And Steph Curry. Yes, Charles, I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors again. Relax. But Steph Curry, 26th player in NBA history to reach 25,000 career points in a win versus Detroit, 115-110. So Golden State, 6th in the West, playing great. They are re-energized. Jimmy Buckets did something on that team. He's got Draymond Green playing. It's great to see Golden State back in there. I know this is going to be kind of like some of the last hurrah for a lot of those guys, but Steph Curry only needs 7 more threes to be the first player in league history to hit over 4,000 3-point shots. And I think he can get that in a game. I mean, he's hit 7 threes in a game numerous times. So I'm sure he's going to break that record pretty soon here. But to me, Steph Curry, top 10 greatest players of all time, period. I don't think he cracks the top 5. Maybe if he wins another chip this year, if he can lead that team and get another chip this year, maybe he comes down a little bit in there. But I have him top 10. I think he's 10th right now in my book. The greatest shooter ever in NBA history. Some of the stuff he does on the court is magical. So congratulations to Steph Curry. What a phenomenal career he has had and is still having at 36 years old. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. I know we had a little bit to talk about, but this season is far from over, and there's only going to be more drama, and there's only going to be more stuff to talk about. So I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to bring it to you. Please like and subscribe. Jump on that Boom Broadcasting Network and just hit that subscribe button, guys. It costs nothing. It is free. So join up, show some love, show some support. Again, drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you're feeling. I like feedback, positive, negative. That stuff don't bother me. I don't care whatever it is, as long as you're watching and as long as you're subscribing. So thank you all very much. Enjoy your Monday. Big game tonight between SGA and Joker. Man, you guys got to check that out. That MVP race is on fire right now. So I will see you. Peace. I will see you on Wednesday.